So around September of 2021, you might have seen this video floating around the internet. It clearly shows Mario 64 Mario running around in what looks like to be a full Minecraft world. Many people wondered if it was real, how it was done, if it was a Minecraft mod or a Mario 64 mod, and the most important question of all, could you backwards long jump? Well, I was the person who made that mod, and today I will share answers to those questions and more. A question I got asked a lot is why did I do this? And to be honest, I don't really have a proper reason. I just thought it'd be funny to see Mario in Minecraft, especially with the differences in style the two games have. It was an idea that sort of happened on its own, and I couldn't stop thinking about it until I started programming. The response online really surprised me, but I was also glad people enjoyed what, in my opinion, was a very strange mod. Another question I got is, how did I do it? Well, this project is actually based off of two other projects, and the first is called the Mario 64 Decompilation Project. So this is basically where a bunch of really smart people took a Mario 64 ROM and painstakingly turned it back into the original code used to generate the ROM. It's a bit like taking a cake and trying to figure out the ingredients and the exact recipe so that you can make the exact same cake again. I want to stress that this is not a recreation. It's a one-to-one replica of the game's code. So much so that if you used it to generate a ROM again, it would match exactly what you would get off a retail cartridge. This project allowed so many other Mario 64 projects to happen, such as the Mario 64 PC port, the ray tracing mods for that PC port, and various ROM hacks people made as well. Of course, in my case, while I have the code, I can't simply paste it into Minecraft and have it work magically. Mario 64 is programmed in C, while Minecraft is programmed in Java, which are entirely different programming languages. At this point, I had two options. My first option was to take each C function and translate it into Java, but I'm kind of lazy, and that would take a long time for me to do. The second option I had was to somehow use the existing C code in Java without having to translate anything. So how would I do that? And that's where the second project comes in. The second project is named libsm64, and it's a version of the Mario 64 PC port, but instead of a playable game, it's a library. A library is a set of code that other programs can use to import and use functionality. In Windows, they're most commonly known as DLL files. If you have a DLL file written in C, theoretically, any other program in Windows can take that DLL file and use it for themselves, even if the program using it is in another language. This does require the program to know how to use it, so it doesn't work with any DLL file. It turns out that Java has a feature called JNI, which stands for Java Native Interface. Native in this case referred to C code in libraries, and this feature is exactly what I needed. So that's what my Minecraft mod does. It takes that DLL file and uses it to run this Mario 64 engine. This is why you need to put it in the mods folder when you install the mod. One issue I had to deal with is that the Minecraft side and the Mario side are two separate environments. So while one can use the other, they need to communicate in order for that to happen. So here's how it works. When you turn into Mario in Minecraft, the DLL creates a virtual world and spawns a virtual Mario inside it, and simulates his behaviors as they would be in the real game. Of course, for the virtual Mario to interact with the world, he needs to know what's around him, so Minecraft sends information to the DLL so that it can be represented in the world the virtual Mario is in. This information includes things such as nearby blocks, what type of blocks they are, what power-up Mario should have, and other similar items. The DLL file then uses this information to simulate one frame of game time, and in return it sends Minecraft instructions on how to render the virtual Mario, which is what ends up showing up in your Minecraft world. This happens 30 times a second, all while you're moving around. This approach has some interesting results. Since it's a one-to-one replica of the original game, everything that works in the game also works in the mod. This includes jumping, punching, and sliding. They all behave exactly as you would expect. Not only that, but even bugs from the original game are replicated, such as the backwards long jump, or even more obscure bugs, such as where the player's speed is preserved under certain circumstances. So what you want to do first is go to this, it will be in the description, and basically this is called MSys2, and you want to download this. I already have it downloaded, so I will open it. And make sure this is the same. Next, it will install. And you don't have to do this. And once you have that done, you will want to open the Retro64 builder. And if it's your first time using this, I recommend using Show Terminal, keeping it checked. And this is because it will do some things at the beginning, like setting up the environment, that will take a while, and you might want to know that it's actually doing something. So then you do get versions. And in this drop down menu, you will see all the versions of the mod. Pick the one that fits with the version of the mod you downloaded. So the two have to match. So right now there's no versions, but when this mod is released, you will see them. And then you click compile. And once it finishes, it will open up this folder, and you have your SM64 DLL that I was talking about earlier. So this will go in your mods folder. Also in your mods folder, if you want sound support, so like if you want to hear the jumping and running sound effects, you will need these gen files program that I have also in the description. And what this basically does is it extracts the assets from the ROM so that Minecraft can use them. You will also need the jar file. And finally, I don't have it here, but you will need a cartridge dump of the US version of Mario 64 in .z64 format. I can't show it here for obvious reasons, but all in all, you should end up with 4 files in your mods folder. And once that's done, you can launch Minecraft, and it should work. And here Minecraft is starting. And here it is. So if you go to mods, you should see it here. And that's it. The possibilities for this mod honestly really make me excited. Players can build maps for Mario to run around in, or experience classic maps with a new twist. While I wasn't able to include it in the first version of the mod, I eventually want to add enemies from Mario 64 in Minecraft, as well as collectible stars and coins.